Imagine a small piece of metal and silicon, something that fits in the palm of your hand. The price tag? $40,000. Elon Musk fights to get his hands on it. Mark Zuckerberg stockpiles tens of thousands of them in dark warehouses. And the CEOs of the world's biggest companies practically beg to buy them. This isn't gold, uranium, or a secret military weapon. It's just an AI chip. A chip engraved with the green Nvidia logo. The media tells you every day that AI is here to make everything cheap, fast, and accessible. They say it's a democratic revolution giving power to everyday people. But when you step away from the headlines and follow the money, you hit a cold economic reality. Nothing in the AI world is free. Behind every chatbot you talk to, behind every AI-generated image, and behind every smart tool meant to make your life easier, there is an invisible toll booth. And the key to that toll booth sits in the pocket of just one company. In just a few short years, Nvidia transformed from a company that built graphics cards for gamers into the most valuable corporation on Earth. Their gross profit margins have crossed 75%, a number that sounds like a joke in the hardware industry. Today, they aren't just a tech company. They own the very road that all the world's data must travel on. But here's the part no one talks about. You might wonder what a massive corporation's profits have to do with you. The story gets dark when this unprecedented concentration of power directly targets your wallet and the future of technology. When a company can command a 75% margin on its critical products, economists point out that competition is practically non-existent. Critics argue this is no longer a free market. It functions like a hidden tax levied on the future. Developing AI has become brutally expensive. Where do tech giants recover the astronomical cost of buying these servers and chips? Exactly, from you. The cost of this bottleneck is quietly passed down into your software subscriptions, cloud services, smart medical diagnostics, and even the price of your phones and laptops. Worse is what happens to innovation. Imagine a young team of brilliant developers with an idea that could use AI to cut the cost of cancer detection by 90%. But to process their data, they need Nvidia servers. The rent for those servers is so high that this small startup goes bankrupt before their product ever reaches you. By keeping the price of entry into the AI world this high, analysts say independent innovations that could transform your life are stifled in the cradle. So why don't other companies just build cheaper chips to break the spell? Rivals like Intel and AMD have been trying for years. Their failure isn't about the hardware. It's about a trap Nvidia set for the world's engineers nearly 2 decades ago. A software platform called CUDA. CUDA is the mother tongue of AI. Nvidia introduced it in 2006 to help programmers interact more easily with its hardware. Today, millions of researchers worldwide write all their code in this language. The catch? CUDA only works on Nvidia chips. If a company wants to buy cheaper rival processors, they have to rewrite their entire code base from scratch. That means tens of millions of dollars in extra costs and years of setbacks. In the ruthless tech world, even a 1-month delay means absolute death. As a result, researchers and major corporations are locked in a golden cage. They pay the exorbitant premium for Nvidia hardware because the cost of escaping the CUDA prison is far heavier. Financial analysts describe this not just as a competitive advantage, but as an uncrossable economic moat. This is where the story changes. When you are the only one supplying oxygen in a locked room, your behavior shifts. According to investigative reports from Reuters and Bloomberg, during periods of extreme chip shortages, Nvidia didn't just sell its products on a first-come, first-served basis. Critics argue that at this point, the company began acting like a kingmaker. Whispers started echoing through Silicon Valley. If a company negotiates with Nvidia's rivals, will they be blacklisted? Will the delivery of their critical chips be delayed? Economists also point to another bizarre cycle. Nvidia invested massive sums into emerging cloud startups. These startups, fueled by Nvidia's own money, turned around and bought Nvidia chips. It's a closed loop that caused regulators to raise an eyebrow. Analysts say this business model bears a troubling resemblance to an oligopoly, a structure where a single massive player writes the rules and referees the game. But no absolute power in modern economic history escapes the eyes of the law forever. When a company's valuation surges past $3 trillion, and the national security, economies, and data of the world's citizens become tied to a single product, alarm bells ring in the corridors of power. And that's when regulators started paying attention. By late 2024, the golden age of zero oversight came to an end. The U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ, began sending formal subpoenas to Nvidia. Federal investigators started asking the hard questions. Has this company intentionally restricted buyers? Does their software structure violate fair competition laws? Meanwhile, across the ocean, European authorities, always more ruthless in taming tech giants, stepped in. The French Competition Authority launched dawn raids and on-site inspections, while the EU Commission opened broad investigations into the company's sales strategies. Lawmakers are now facing a historical puzzle. In the 1990s, Microsoft was taken to court over its Windows monopoly. In the early 20th century, the Standard Oil empire was broken up by the US government so the public could live in a healthier market. Today, compute chips are the oil of the 21st century. Can Nvidia prove its dominance is purely the result of engineering genius and survive this legal storm? Or will the courts decide that this empire, by building artificial walls, has taken the future of AI captive? We are still in the early days of this new era. But one thing is absolutely clear. Whoever controls the base code and the hardware of this world controls the future of humanity. And right now, that future is far more concentrated than you might think.